Yokoso peeps, it's Oz. Do Japanese people stink? Find out in this episode. I love the internet. I can check the weather, I can stay in touch with all my friends, I can watch my favorite TV shows, I can see news from all around the world. And most importantly, I can watch porn. But sometimes I really hate the internet, especially when it spreads exaggeration and lies. So this week, Japan Times and the UK Mirror and SourceFed and a whole bunch of other media outlets reported that Japan has a national crisis of smelly people in the workplace. They reported that Japanese workplaces are so worried about odor that they're having something called smelly harassment or sumehara, and that they're even having seminars to teach people how to smell good. And all I can say is, what the f***? When I heard the news and I saw all these articles, I was really confused because Japan is a lot of things. It's a land of workaholics, a place where crazy fashion is normal, a nation where suicide is trendy, and a land filled with robots with no soul. But a country that smells? That it's not. I haven't traveled too much around the world, but out of all the places I've been, I think Japan is the least smelly. Even the taxis, the public places, the streets, they all smell normal. I mean, the public bathrooms stink, but that's a global issue, isn't it? What, you think your shit don't stink? It's true Japan doesn't have very strong or effective deodorant, which is a complaint you'll hear from a lot of us gaijin, but I think the reason is because they don't really need it. Especially Japanese women. In my experience, Japanese women smell awesome. So keep up the good work. I like. And most of the Japanese men I've met also smell pretty awesome. I like. And I've ridden the humid, hot, rush hour trains in Japan for 8 years, and trust me, the smelliest person on that train is probably me. And I'm not saying Japanese people are these like pure, crisp, angelic creatures that smell like innocence. I'm just saying they don't smell bad. But I think the reason why I'm really frustrated about this story is not because people think Japanese people smell bad, it's the media. The reporting of this story is really suspicious. All these stories reference one seminar that was held by SoftBank with 40 people. This country has 126 million people, and SoftBank has over 60,000 employees, and only 40 went to this seminar. Also, there's no information about any other seminars or any other companies doing this, so why is this a national story? Then they mentioned this bullshit no-name company, some optical company called Owndays, and I checked it out and it only has 600 employees worldwide. And they said this company Owndays responded to this national crisis by adding some odor regulations in their manual. First of all, national crisis? What? Fukushima, the earthquake, tsunami on 3/11, that was a national crisis. Whale hunting is a national crisis. Lack of funding in education in Japan is a national crisis. Hell, even the love for that weird Matsuko Deluxe thing, that's a national crisis. Some random person in your office with natto breath is not a national crisis. So this company that no one in Japan has heard of made a rule that you can't smell bad. Big deal. Every company has that rule. Almost every company in Japan in their manual has rules. For example, no jeans or no big jewelry or no tattoos or no dyeing your hair, no strong perfumes, etc., etc. So just because some Japanese companies don't want a tattooed up dude with dyed blonde hair, does that mean they're facing some national crisis of a hipster harassment? Hippuhara? It's stupid, and so is this story. And I couldn't let this story go, so I dug deeper. And it turns out that the seminar was not held by SoftBank, it was held by another company called Mandom. And Mandom is a producer of, you guessed it, hygiene products. This goes deep, you guys. This is not just a simple PR stunt. This is a conspiracy theory created by Mandom. Thanks to Mandom, now the world thinks Japan stinks. And it's too late because the idea has been implanted in everyone's head, including Japanese people. They're all freaking out thinking, Ksa! I stink! So what do? That's right. They go to their local pharmacy and they look for hygiene products created by Mandom. Mandom is the problem and the solution.
Mandom is the problem and the solution.
Isn't it funny how in the Mandom seminars they said you should stay away from strong perfumes because Mandom doesn't create perfume. But instead they teach them how to properly use deodorant using their own Mandom products. And isn't it interesting that I keep using quote signs even though I'm not actually quoting someone? It makes me look more professional. Mandom is the true harasser. What it's doing is spreading all these lies through the media, and then all these Japanese companies are gonna start panicking and they're gonna jump on the bandwagon, and they're all gonna get Mandom to come to the company to give seminars, which Mandom gets paid, and then after that they're gonna tell all the people in the seminar to go to their local pharmacies or drug marts or wherever to buy their hygiene products, which are also sold by Mandem. So Mandem wins twice. But the game is over, guys, because we know the truth. Who's there?
Sir, this is Mandem's Odor Task Force. Please open the door. We've had complaints of odor here.
They know. They're watching me. They're watching all of us.
Please come with us. We have a seminar for you to attend.
Damn you, Mandem! You'll never take me alive! I think it's too late for me, but you guys have a chance. The war has just begun.